to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. And today, today is Sunday, November 2nd. It's a great start to the month already, and we'll talk more about that as we get through the show. But today we got a really interesting one for you. Now, we've done a lot of things here on Outdoor GPS over the last, nearly 18 years, for crying out loud. But today's a first. We're actually going to give away a drift boat. The folks over at the CCA Oregon have been doing drawings for years just for this exact purpose, right? Where somebody might get lucky and win themselves a Willie drift boat. By the way, the exact drift boat that I have, 1760, absolutely awesome. And somebody this morning is going to win it. So later on in the show, we're going to have the folks from the CCA here out in front of our studio here at KPTV and KPDX. And we're going to go out and talk a little bit about that, do the raffle right in front of everyone so that everybody can see who the winner ultimately is. I'll be talking with Pat Hoagland with the CCA. And we're going to do a couple of different giveaways. The first one, of course, will be that drift boat, but then there's the cancellation prizes, right? The second, third, and fourth, I believe. But at the very least, it's going to be a fun time, so pay attention if you've been over to Fisherman's and bought some raffle tickets, or maybe you did it online. A lot of you did it yesterday before the cutoff timeline, which was really interesting. A lot of people did. So we're going to be doing that today live from our studio right out front. So we're going to have that. Also, though, don't forget, of course, being the only live interactive fishing and hunting television show ever, we're also going to have that live report for you. We're going to check in with my good friend, not Pat, Bill Monroe Jr. He is the owner of Bill Monroe Outdoors, and they're down in the Hammond area. Lots of questions this time of year about how the crabbing is, what the success rate's like. Well, we're going to find out real time with Bill later on in the show, that latter part of the show, so we can have that live report for everyone. If you're on the fence, if you're thinking about heading down there, we're going to find out if it's worth it. And you can only find that kind of information here on Outdoor GPS. It's literally just that simple. But like always, we've got tons of photos that everyone's been sending in. We're going to get to that in just a second. If you'd like to ask any questions, we do have some time this morning. 503-548-6777. For the first time in forever, I actually blew that up yesterday. But that is the North American Metals Hotline. We'd love to hear from you. This first couple of segments, we're going to have that time to take any questions, comments, or reports like always. We would love to hear from you. So we will be by all means doing that. Then, of course, this upcoming segment, I'll have my report from yesterday as I literally ran out of here, jumped in my Chevy Silverado, and flew really quickly, legally, of course, to get to where I was going to do some duck hunting. So I've got my report from yesterday to share as well. But let's go ahead and show you some photos that everyone's been sending over, and there's no shortage of them. I say it pretty much every day because we kind of need to. We get the question a lot. It takes a little while for some of these photos to pop up. We get hundreds of them. Here's a really good one, Alaskan groceries. Those, by the way, are an extremely old fish, but if you're ever in an area where you can retain one, they are absolutely delicious. Reggie, nice fish. Very nice fish. Here's a great one. Bikini Bam, oh man, is back at it. Nice silver? Looks like a silver. Yeah. Phil sent the photo over. Thanks for doing that. It's good to see you, Pam. Been forever. Coast Bowl, that'll work. By all means, that'll work. JC, congratulations, bud. Yeah, that'll work all day. Look at his outfit. Hey, why do you got to get all fancy, right? Just get into the woods, do what you got to do. Oh, my goodness. Connor's moose, Idaho moose. Oh, my God. If you've never had moose by a landslide, it is the best eating deer there is. I mean, it is fantastic. Connor, congratulations. Wow. I'm not sure how that works in Idaho, if that's a once-in-a-lifetime hunt or not. I'm not sure. Great day in the bay or on the bay. Steve, thanks for sending it over. Just a beautiful day to be out there. Look at that, flat water and sunny. Sheesh. Kind of felt like yesterday afternoon, or looks like yesterday afternoon. Not so much in the morning, though. Not so much. We'll talk about that later on. Labor Day at Buoy 10. Already folks getting geared up for that, and it just seems like it ended. Seriously, kind of interesting. Troy, thanks for sending the photo in. It's easy to do, everyone. We'll get to that. Lisa, getting it done. Nice, Chinook. Wow, that's a dandy. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Congratulations. Bruce Peterson sent the photo over. And I believe we also have a video coming up here in a little bit, so pay attention. We'll be getting to that. No brag, just pretty. You can brag. That's a dandy. Nice largemouth. We've got some great bass fishing here. Underutilized, no doubt about it. And by the way, nice edge bass rod there. Stephanie and Sherry's first Chinook. Well done. Looks like coastal. Yep. Oh, it says it right there. Dummy. Coastal River. Very well done. Shayna's? Ryan? Got it. Shayna, first try. Shayna's coho. Mike Olson sent the photo over. Nice coho, too. Man. A few of those getting caught here in the last day or two, as well as the rivers have been kind of dropping back into shape, but at the very least. Oh, here we go. Looks like mouth of Lewis. Terry's fish. Oh, I just love that. You can hear the line peeling off the reel a little bit there.
So fast.
Wow. Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay. Well done. And the hook comes out right as it goes into the net. Look at that. Very cool. Thanks for sending that video over, everyone. We love the photos. We love the videos. It's easy to do. It's the Fox 12 app. It's free. Download it when you do so. You can always follow along with Outdoor GPS or, of course, KPTV and KPDX. Okay, looks like we got a question. Should we take that question after this or wait for the next segment? Abby's. Don't forget, gps@abby's.com. You can enter yourself in to win that giant pizza. Trust me, I had some leftover pizza yesterday for lunch. It was fantastic. Can we take this call or do you want to wait, Ryan? Okay, let's talk to Larry. Larry is from Beaverton. He's got a question about 20-gauge waterfowl loads. That's a really, really good question. Sub-gauges have become kind of a fad here in the last handful of years, which is interesting for a lot of us that get serious about this kind of stuff. But Larry, what's your question for everyone?
Hey, Owen, how you doing? And congrats on that limit you got on the opener there.
Oh, thank you.
Nice bag of birds.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You bet. Hey, I'm transitioning over. I just bought a 20 gauge, and gosh, there's so many different options for loads out there. I'm wondering, I think you shoot a 20 gauge, don't you?
Well, I do a little bit, mostly in the early season. I typically, though, to be very honest, I say a fad because it just got really popular, right? But I did kind of jump into that a couple of years ago. And shot a few hunts with the 20 gauge, but I will admit I did forego that and went back to my 12 gauge. But yes, I've got plenty of time shooting ducks with the 20.
So were you just shooting the standard steel?
I actually wasn't. What I was shooting was a blended load, a 3.5 load that was from Boss, a bismuth load. They no longer they don't actually make that anymore. I believe that particular company has changed over to pure copper as opposed to bismuth because bismuth has become very difficult to get and extremely expensive. So they kind of went away from that. So what I would say is if I were to continue to hunt with the 20 gauge, I would hunt with just straight steel. I did not see enough of an improvement to justify the doubling in cost, right? There was, I mean, I would say that there was certainly less cripples on solid hits, but it all falls down. Steel, bismuth, tungsten, TSS, all that stuff is different, right? But if you don't make the absolutely perfect shot, you're not going to really see the difference. So if you're just shooting and you're shooting the way you're supposed to, and you're shooting at appropriate ranges, which is what a lot of people overlook, you're going to be just fine with a standard 3-inch, 1-ounce load. Typically, they're 1,350 to 1,400 feet per second, depending on which company that you're shooting with. But a 3-inch 20-gauge round, I wouldn't shoot anything bigger than a size 3, though. The size 3s will give you, just more pellets, right? A 2 just doesn't give you enough pellets. A size 3 is borderline. 4s are very popular in a steel load in a 20 gauge just because you do get more pellets in that 1-ounce load. So
exactly.
So in my own opinion, if I were to continue, actually, I'll just say it this way. The only 20 gauge duck ammo that I have right now is a 3-inch number 4 speed shock from Federal. And that's what I would shoot exclusively if I was shooting my 20 gauge. So that's just my personal take, Larry. As you know, everybody out there is going to have a different perspective on that. If cost is not an issue, then shooting a TSS, a tungsten, something like that, or even bismuth if you can find it, by all means is more lethal than steel. But for my own personal experience, doubling of the cost, I didn't see a double in improvement as far as hits made and just stone dead ducks. So I just didn't see it that way. But some actually do. So Larry, again, that's just my own personal take on it. Hopefully it helps you in some way. And I absolutely love these questions. I could talk about this stuff forever if they'd let me. Anyway, let's cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have our report segment. I'll have my report from yesterday. Just a couple of fishing reports. This is that time of year where things really start to wind down for a number of different reasons. River levels and a couple of reminders. And we're going to check in with Peyton Major and find out what this weather is going to do this upcoming week. And let's just hope it's the same as this past, or as of yesterday when she gave us that weather forecast. And don't forget, later on, we're giving that 1760 Willie Driftboat away live here on Outdoor GPS. We'll be right back.